From Universal Studios, Hollywood, the Samuel Goldwyn Company presents American Gladiators. Selected from a nationwide search, 20 men and women have come to Hollywood to challenge our force of American Gladiators for a single honor, to become American Gladiators champions. Now, here are your American Gladiators: Gemini, Lace, Nitro, Gold, Laser, Blaze, Thunder, Ice, Turbo, and Diamond. The host for American Gladiators, Mike Adamley, and his co-host, Larry Zonka.
Welcome to our arena in another round of the American Gladiators, where our quarterfinal battle resumes. Hi, everyone. I'm Mike Adamley, along with NFL Hall of Famer and yeoman from yesteryear, number 39, power fullback from the Miami Dolphins, Mr. Larry Zonka.
Good to be here, Mike.
Zonk, the 7 tests of athletic acumen that our contenders faced in the preliminary rounds have left a few bumps and bruised a few egos, but if nothing else, the men and women who will face the American Gladiators today are resilient.
Well, they have to be, Mike. If it were just the 7 events that they had to worry about, it's one thing. Think about a lot of practice rounds, and there's been many, many more events other than just the 7. So you get the bumps and the bruises, and you remember the old saying, when the going gets tough,
the tough get going. And let's meet the contenders for this quarterfinal round.
In our women's quarterfinal, please welcome back Deena Telley of Norman, Oklahoma, a microbiologist, and her opponent, Mary Stickleman of Chandler, Arizona, an aerobics instructor and mother of 2. In the men's competition, here's Michael Altshuler of Marlton, New Jersey, founder and president of an office automation company, and his opponent, Craig Branham of Canyon Country, California, a rodeo cowboy.
Mary, as I understand it, your husband Jeff is getting a lot of ribbing back home about your appearance here on the American Gladiators.
Yes, he is. The guys at work have been hassling him a little bit about if I can out-muscle him, and he can hold his own, and I'm hoping I'll do the same today.
You're no ordinary mother of 2. Craig, we know you're a rodeo cowboy. You also do some professional modeling. You've appeared on some commercials. Why are you willing to risk that good-looking mug of yours on American Gladiators?
Well, competition is where my heart's at, and when it comes to competition, it's all out or nothing, and you can't worry about the face or anything else, especially against these guys. They'll respect you a lot more if you give it your best.
They'll realign it. The risk is greater than the reward. Larry?
Deena, I understand you've been a little concerned about breakthrough and conquer, and you've adapted a kind of unusual training exercise.
Well, yeah, I went to the strength coach at the University of Oklahoma, and he had me working out with the wrestlers, but only the boys. So.
I understand. That was a lot of fun, it sounds like.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. I put in a lot of practice on that, so I'm ready to go.
Well, it must have worked out. You're smiling a lot. Michael, I understand that with your winnings, you've talked about maybe making a donation.
Yes, I have, Larry. I grew up in the Atlantic City area, and there's a rescue mission for the homeless that is in serious financial trouble. So I've pledged to them that if I win the $10,000, I'll be donating it to the rescue mission to help them out for their cause.
Great. That's very nice to hear. Michael, Deena, good luck today. Mike?
Mike, terrific idea. Gladiators, keep your competitive fires burning. Contenders, get ready to put out the flame. Best of luck to everyone. Let's get it on. This is how our competition works on the American Gladiators. Our contenders, 2 men and 2 women, will compete against the Gladiators in 7 very different events. Now, the contender who amasses the most points in those 7 confrontations automatically advances to the semifinals and moves 1 step closer towards our championship round. At stake, over $150,000 in cash and prizes. We're all set to go now with our first event. It's men's Powerball. Here's Larry with an explanation.
In Powerball, our contenders compete simultaneously for 45 seconds to score as many goals as they can against 3 gladiators: Nitro, Laser, and Thunder. Taking on 3 gladiators a problem? Not so. Michael Altshuler seems optimistic.
I don't call problems problems. I call them obstacles, because I believe in life and in business and in sports, you're confronted with obstacles all the time. Some are larger than others, some are smaller. But the object to get through life successfully, whether it be business, personal, or whatever, is to find some way to get around them, either going over them, around them, through them, and coming out a winner.
Michael advanced here from our consolation bracket. His opponent is the men's #2 seed Craig Branham. Craig, like Michael, also offered his thoughts on how he prepares mentally for the competition.
I always try and concentrate on the first moment I have to do, which takes away the fear and the butterflies. I mean, the butterflies are there, you're nervous, everything's going on, but if you really focus on the first thing that you have to do, it helps drive the other things, pushes them back, makes everything really clear.
But one good shot from our Gladiators might cloud up anyone's perspective.
And make no mistake, Laser, Nitro, and Thunder are adept at giving out shots.
And look at the move by Craig right off the bat. Looked like a quarter horse cutting cattle right there. He just blew by Nitro.
Nitro in slow motion. Craig getting double teamed now by Laser and Thunder, so no goal there.
A little hello, how are you? Double team, slam to the mat. Now he's back on Nitro. And Nitro says no way this time.
And it's Altshuler who gets the double team.
Mike, it's almost dangerous to be in that first row sometimes. The Gladiators launch the contestants right up into the stands.
And right now the Cowboys corralled as he gets shoved out of bounds.
No score, no score.
And that is it. The 45 seconds is over. Thunder, Nitro, and Laser have just shut out Craig Branham and Michael Altshuler.
Great job by our Gladiators, a shutout. Tell you what, look a lot like the old football drill there.
That's right, me and Thunder got the meat
Grinder.
Yeah! A couple of times, for you folks that might not understand, in the NFL they have a 2-on-1 drill. It's called the meat grinder, and obviously the guy that's trying to run between the two of them was the meat that got ground. I noticed there was a look of anticipation a couple of times on our Contenders' face when they had to go head-to-head with you there.
Yeah, you know, it's like they try to go that way and then this way and then that way. Then they sit back, they come back, then they come out, take their chance. They took their chance, they lost.
I don't blame them for being a little reluctant to run out there. They got a 100-pound disadvantage there. Nitro, you looked like you were right at home during that match.
Well, there, I think I changed my residence from the Conquer to here. This right here, what you guys see, this right here, mwah, this is home for us, boys.
Yeah. This is home. Yeah. Good job.
And for our Gladiators, home is where the shutout is. But we've only just begun on American Gladiators. Coming up is Hang Tough and our 32-foot wall. But women's Powerball is next. We're back at Universal Studios Hollywood. More of the American Gladiators. The women are set to begin their quarterfinal competition. Awaiting them are Blaze, Lace, and Ice in Powerball. And Deena Telley, our #2 seed, told us how she hopes to set an example here for women's participation in sports.
I want more women to play anything, any sports. I don't want them to be cheerleaders. Cheerleaders are fine if there's not something for them to do, you know. But I don't think that's their place in life, is to be on the sidelines.
Deena advanced with a win over Mary Stickleman, and because of the seeding draw, the two will compete against each other here. Both met originally at our regional tryout in Phoenix and have become fast friends during the competition. Although Mary defeated Deena in their first Powerball match 4-1.
So time for a little payback. Deena Telley in the red, Mary Stickleman in the blue. Larry Thompson, our referee, blows the whistle. We are underway.
No score, red, no score.
Looks like our women's Gladiators want to throw a shutout as well.
Score, blue.
That went out the window right there as Mary scored. Deena gets double team and can't.
Deena gets a slam dunk into the turf there. Looks like it shook her up a little bit.
Deena gets quickly in front of Ice to put one away. Incidentally, goals scored in the center cylinder are worth 2 points. Deena gets one there, but wow, what a shot she took from Blaze.
Little clothesline shot, looked like right in the Adam's apple, put Deena on her back.
The toughness is her trademark. She gets right back up.
She likes rugby. She's getting all she wants right here.
And that is it. The match is over. 6-4 the final, and this time around, Deena Telley is the winner. How rough was this game of Powerball? Take a look. Plenty of bumps and bruises for both women. The men are still looking for their first points of this quarterfinal competition, and their chance will come in hang tough. Now here, each contender has 60 seconds to swing from his platform to one on the far side, while a gladiator attempts to pull him off. 10 points are at stake for swinging across, but a contender may also score by lasting the entire 60 seconds in one of two scoring zones. Michael's up first, and he draws Gemini.
Gemini, rage in the cage. Maybe he's going to be king of the rings. I don't know. We'll have to see. But with that upper body strength that he possesses, he should do well in this event.
Second time around for Mike Altshuler in hang tough, as Gemini's having problems just hanging on.
He took a look down at Michael and missed the grip on the ring. Got himself in a little trouble. I think he fatigued that left arm.
I think one of the secrets, Larry, for the contenders is to keep those rings quiet. Don't disturb them in any way, shape, or form. If they move around, it's tough to find another one to hang on to.
And a perfect example of what you were just talking about as Michael comes off. He was looking downfield, trying to check out where Gemini was at, and missed the grip on the ring. Right here, you see him. He steals that glance at Gemini, loses his grip on the ring he was going to shift his weight to, and off he comes.
And the expected confrontation between the two never materializes. But Craig Branham's got a smile on his face. He fully expects to see Gemini somewhere out there in the middle of those rings. He is set to go.
Michael, what you mentioned earlier about disturbing the rings is keynote to a strategy here. You get those rings disturbed and they get out of the alignment, it becomes difficult to plot any kind of strategy.
And again, there is a learning curve here. Craig was unsuccessful the last time around in hang tough, but he's a smart athlete, and I think he's learned his lesson. He's taking a route out on the outside.
Like, this kid's a tough kid. You know, he gives the appearance of being kind of slender, good-looking, perhaps more of the model type, but he's rodeo tough. He'll hang in there and go head-to-head. As we see Gemini getting a little trouble out here.
Craig unconcerned about Gemini's problems. He's got a free run towards that platform. He's done it. 10 points for Craig Branham.
Craig, great job. You're the first contestant I've seen make it down here to the platform. Are you surprised to be here? Be honest.
I don't know. I got on the outside, and Jim and I couldn't change directions, and that gave me the break I needed.
Was that by design? I mean, did you think about that? I noticed both you and Jim and I were trading rings there a little bit right at the start.
Yeah, he wasn't going for my fake. He was going to start where I started, so I had to change direction right from the very first swing, and kind of a little strategy I'd hope worked.
Congratulations on a job well done. That's 10 points. Good job.
So a big win and hang tough, and Craig now takes the men's lead over Michael after 2 events. In the women's competition, Deena clinging to a small lead over Mary as they prepare for hang tough. And our leader, Deena, will take to the rings first. She'll be challenged by Gold.
Sure, Deena paid close attention to that last competition, watching how Craig managed it. Let's see if she uses the same strategy.
Deena very quickly moving her way to the center of the rings.
No fake so far, right down the middle. Gold's got herself in trouble a little bit. Deena's almost by her.
Drop down on the platform.
One shot at it, Deena kicks her away, and Gold's off the ring. Will Deena be able to make it to the platform? Yes, and she makes it look easy.
Piece of cake for Deena Telley, and 10 points.
Deena, not only did you do it with style and grace, you did it very timely. 32 seconds right down the middle and to the points.
Well, I can't move laterally very well, and this is my right hand grip came off right off the bat, so I just said, well, I'm just going to go. And she was kind of maybe being easy on me or something, and I got lucky and got over here. I'm real glad.
And make it you did. 10 points. Congratulations.
And how do you capture a picture-perfect performance for posterity? Right there is Deena's fiancé does just that. Mary Stickleman is up now, and she'll try to duplicate Deena's feat. Once again, doing the honors for the Gladiators gold. Mary's 30 years old and a mother of 2, and it's her brothers who brought out the athletic side of Mary's personality.
I wanted to be a part of that group. I wanted to share in the little football games they had outside, and I was the prissy type that wore the dresses and played with the dolls. And if I had to be with them, I had to have a kind of like a code name, like Bloody Mary or something like that, that made me be one of the guys. And I had to try just as hard because they were not going to be nice to me.
And despite what Deena said earlier about gold being nice, you can bet, Mary, that gold's not going to be very nice in this competition.
Mary trying to continue the Contenders' success in this event. Deena Telley has made it. Craig Branham made it earlier.
Very like Deena, right down the middle. She's getting dangerously close to gold. Oh, she missed the ring there. Enabled gold to make contact.
Now it's just a matter of time. Gold's strength just too much, so is the forces of gravity, and down goes Mary.
Mary doing a great job right down the middle, much like Deena. Right here, she misses the grip on that ring. Otherwise, she's away from gold. Now gold's got her in the death grip, swings over, starts to work on those hands, and is going to pull her off. So Deena wins and hang tough and increases her lead over Mary after 2 events. Still to come on American Gladiators is Breakthrough and Conquer. And Bang and Crash in Atlasphere. But the wall is up next.
Welcome back to Universal Studios Hollywood. More of the American Gladiators, and the wall is our next event. And after 2 events in this men's quarterfinal round, Craig Branham with the lead over Michael Altshuler. Our men's leader will find himself challenged by the best of gladiators in this event, Laser, while Michael will try to earn his first points of the competition against Nitro.
Ready?
Michael in the red, Craig in the blue. They hit the wall. The Gladiators take to the wall 10 seconds after they start.
Craig Branham really doesn't need a head start. Boy, is he good in this event. Nitro's got a hold of Altshuler's leg, and down he goes. Off the wall he goes. Craig Branham trying to move against Laser. Laser desperately trying to keep pace, but can't do it.
Craig getting a little boost of energy there as Laser almost had a hold of him. Mike?
Cowboy, you're unbelievable. 28 seconds this time on a much harder wall.
Much tougher wall, Mike. They've taken out a lot of the handholds and the footholds especially. And it was rough. It's hard to pick your way up. And Laser, you know, he's great on this wall, so I felt the heat of him, but I was able to pull it out.
That's some amazing hand strength. He makes it to the top in 28 seconds, and it was these 2 fingers right here that were the key. Congratulations.
Thanks, Mike. All right.
And credit where credit's due. Nitro does a great job of closing the gap, getting a hold of Michael's ankle, and pulling him off the wall. Craig's victory on the wall helps him double his lead over Michael after 3 events. Deena leads our women's contest as they await the wall. Mary hoping to make up some points here. She's going to be followed up the wall by Blaze, while Deena is going to have Diamond in pursuit of her.
And Larry, to say Deena is prepared for this competition is an understatement. She practiced the joust with her husband. She's got a strength coach. She also has a rock climbing coach. So that may help her here in the walls, moving very well early on.
Our Gladiators take to the wall in pursuit.
Diamond's got a hold of Deena's leg. Off the wall she goes. Blaze now has Mary, and they're both off.
Watch yourself now. Watch
A replay shows the levels Deena and Mary made it to before Diamond pulls Deena off, and then Blaze catching up to Mary before she pulls her off. So Deena earns 5 points for just reaching beyond Mary and helps her lead in our women's quarterfinal. Craig leads our men's competition as they move on to our two-part event, Breakthrough and Conquer. Gemini is going to tackle the first part of this event for the Gladiators, while Thunder is going to do his best to wrestle away some points from the Contenders' grasp in the ring.
That is one pair of big boys for this cowboy to get by and
look
wrestle
at the
down.
face on Gemini. He's got to crack a smile. He's being a little too serious here.
Here he comes, Craig with a couple of moves, almost faked himself out, but somehow managed to drag Gemini across the goal line for 5 points.
He did a little stutter step, stopped his momentum. I thought for sure Gemini had him. And then he shifted into second gear and managed to get the points. Now a real test.
Craig not having a whole lot of success against Thunder. And that's one steer that the cowboy is not going to wrestle down. But he does pick up 5 points in the breakthrough portion of this event.
This is why I hate artificial surfaces right here. The stop and go, you almost have too much traction. It throws Craig off a little bit, but you got to give him an A for effort for that second effort because he drags Gemini in for the score.
Okay, Michael Altshuler, Mr. Businessman, what's your plan?
Mikey's got about 25 yards there total to make up his mind, 70, 75 feet. What's it going to be? Is it going to be a power move or a little misdirection?
Couple of head fakes and bad ones at that. Gemini didn't go for them, and Michael Altshuler goes down. No points there.
And our head referee, Larry Thompson, gives him a little warning about being high.
Ready?
That duck under by Michael didn't work. Thunder controlling his head. Not allowing himself to be thrown out of the ring, so Michael Altshuler is shut out by Thunder and Gemini.
Michael's wife, Polly, seems happy that her husband just survived Conquer with Thunder there. He's tough in this event as Craig earns 5 points for breakthrough and helps his lead after 4 events. Still to come on American Gladiators is atlasphere. Our game of assault, but women's breakthrough and Conquer is next.
We are back at Universal Studios Hollywood for more of the American Gladiators, where Deena leads Mary in their quarterfinal match as the Gladiators position themselves for breakthrough and Conquer. Diamond gets the call in breakthrough, while Gold will take on the Contenders in the Conquer ring. Mary Stickleman is up first, and her first concern is to somehow, some way, get by Diamond and across that goal line. Easier said than done.
Very concentrating on what she's about to do. Diamond slipping her mouthpiece in, looking forward to the contact, taking her time. Makes a move. Yes! Hold her out!
Diamond's sort of nonchalant out there, but she got the job done. Pumps that right arm and says, yeah, I did it.
She almost flaunts it.
Ready?
Oh, keeping a wide stance. Keeping a low center of gravity. They just can't seem to get the momentum going as Gold wins. We've got a shutout by our Gladiators. Mary almost gets by Diamond. Diamond making a lunge here at the last second, digs in and flips her out of bounds.
So now it's Deena Telley's turn to see what she can do. And with her rugby experience, she should fare well.
Well, again, you wonder whether she's going to try the move or try to bull Diamond across the line. Oh!
Hey, Diamond's pretty good. I didn't think she had it in her.
Diamond does the bowling there and slams Deena's head into the turf. She's got to be having a few butterflies here.
Deena going for that leg. She's got it and pulls gold out of the ring.
Good job, Deena. Deena avoids the shutout with her win and conquer and adds to her lead after 4 events. Craig Branham leads Michael Altshuler in our men's quarterfinal as they prepare to load in for atlasphere. Here, contenders compete for 60 seconds in an attempt to roll their spheres into scoring pods worth 3 points. At the same time, of course, our gladiators do exactly the opposite. They try to block them any way they can with their spheres.
Craig Branham from Canyon Country, California. Not quite sure what he's gotten himself into. Michael Altshuler from Marlton, New Jersey, making it sort of an East Coast, West Coast kind of thing here. Nitro and Laser doing the defending here for the Gladiators.
Gladiators ready. Spotters ready.
As our referee, Larry Thompson, gets us underway.
Michael in the red, Craig in the blue.
Oh, they're both heading for the same pod. That won't work. Gladiators doing a good job of keeping them both pinned down.
Mike had a shot there for a second.
Craig with a little opening. Can he make it settle? Nitro says no way. There, he's got one.
Now he's gonna get out.
It looks like a merry-go-round. As Michael settles in for a score of his own. And there's Craig upside down in his atlasphere as we wind it down. Both contenders managed to score 1 goal.
Mike, you got this look on your face. What in the world have I gotten myself into?
Well, Mike, that's how I feel. Kind of crazy in the cage. I'm glad I finally scored. I'm going to take it to him in assault, take it to him in the Eliminator. We'll see what happens from here.
Michael, that's the important thing. I'm sure you're going to score some more before it's all over. All right.
Thanks.
Nice going in atlasphere.
Michael does a good job of tying it up right at the whistle in atlasphere and gets on the board in the men's quarterfinal. Meantime, Deena holds the women's lead as they take to the floor for atlasphere.
Deena and Mary getting loaded inside of their atlaspheres. Deena from Norman, Oklahoma, the rugby player and microbiologist. Mary Stickleman, the mother of 2. She has been shut out in the last 3 events.
Yeah.
Needs to make a move here in atlasphere. Doing the honors for the Gladiators, Diamond and Blaze.
Ready red. Ready blue. Gladiators ready. Spotters ready.
Here they go. Poor Mary hasn't caught a break yet.
Deena trying to settle in, gets a little nudge from goal, but knocks her on through the scoring pod.
Deena only weighs 127 pounds, so it's real tough for her to get those things to settle.
Both of our contenders are petite people. And Deena settles in for a score.
Larry, I'll tell you what these atlaspheres need. Air brakes. Especially for the women.
Mary almost gets a score. Gold knocks her on through the scoring pod.
Here comes Deena. Settling down. She's got the goal. And Mary runs out of time before she can manage to score, so she has now been shut out in 4 straight events as Deena Telley pads her lead. Here's how she did it.
Deena with a breakaway move and then an easy does it kind of thing, settling into the pod for the score. Still to come on American Gladiators is the Eliminator. An assault is up next.
The site, Universal Studios Hollywood. The name of the game, Assault. It's up next here on the American Gladiators, where Craig leads Michael coming into this event. And the first contender who will take aim at the mighty Gemini, the Master Blaster, is Mike Altshuler.
Ready?
Refresh your memory. The contenders have 60 seconds to hit that target you see located above the Gladiator.
Gemini trying to anticipate Michael's next move, almost leading him, if you will, with that tennis cannon.
Here's what Gemini sees.
Pulse, but no cigar. Had Gemini ducking a little bit. Gemini's more than ducking. He's doing a little dance back there, Mike.
But the important factor, Mike Altshuler running out of time here.
He's got to throw caution to the wind here. He's got to get over, and he's going to run out of time.
Spirited effort by Mike Altshuler, but it results in no points. Gemini thinks that he might have picked him off here, as a matter of fact.
Well, it's of no avail because the clock ran out anyway.
And this next confrontation ought to be a good one. Gemini and the contender Craig Branham have had a spirited tete-a-tete so far. And Gemini would like nothing more than to pick Craig off.
Master
Ready?
Blaster!
Hey, Master Blaster, Craig may be too quick for you.
Thanks from Tombstone. He's used to doing a little dodging. They still have gunfights in Tombstone?
Yeah, but not with crossbows.
Too much time, Master Blaster! Tennis balls at 100 miles an hour, and the shooter hollering at you. Gotta break your concentration a little bit.
Craig still has plenty of time to score. Nice sidearm toss, and the Master Blaster goes up in smoke.
Craig, we're fond of nicknames around here. The audience has tagged you with Cowboy because of your rodeo experience. And Gemini has become the Master Blaster. We had the Cowboy and the Master Blaster in a shootout at the OK Corral, and it was something else.
That's right, but Tombstone's where I'm from, so hey, who's got the advantage, right?
Yeah, well, the Master Blaster led to a little disaster that time when he met up with the likes of the Cowboy. Congratulations.
Thanks, Aaron.
Good luck in the Eliminator.
So Craig gets the better of Gemini one more time and increases his lead over Michael heading into the Eliminator. Our women are now set for the assault, and they'll take aim at ice. And leading it off for our women is the leader at the moment, Deena Telley. And ice, she's serious up there.
Ready?
Remember, Deena's a lefty.
Makes it a little difficult, particularly with a crossbow. Right shot way low.
And she never even makes it to the rocket launcher as ice nails her. So a short run for Deena Telley and no points.
Deena appears she's trying to stop before the ball gets to her, but she can't quite get that left foot up high enough. And as a result, takes a hit from ice.
Like the leap, though. All right, Mary. You're up. Mary Stickleman was shut out in Hang Tough, shut out in the wall, held scoreless in Breakthrough and Conquer, blanked in Atlasphere, and now's her chance. Your two little sons, Justin and Jordan, will never speak to you again, Mom, if you don't score points here. As a matter of fact, Justin and Jordan used to make Mom chase the family dog, and while she was doing that, they threw tennis balls at her to prepare her for this event.
You can bet they're on the edge of their seats.
Mary doing a nice job of staying alive. Now ducks down with that rocket launcher, trying to set herself, gets off the shot. That one came very close.
Very close.
But Ice nails her as Mary was making her way to the third safe zone. However, Ice may be celebrating prematurely because Mary is claiming that she hit the target with the rocket launcher. Our referee, Larry Thompson, has reviewed the tape. Here's his decision.
Larry, we need an opinion on that. It appeared very close.
Well, after further review and taking a look at it, the tail fin of the rocket did scrape the bottom of the target. Therefore, it is declared a hit. 7 points for the Contenders.
All right, Mary, 7 points.
I needed it, man.
Couldn't have come at a better time.
That's right. That's right. I needed it.
Tell you what, we didn't know that it was hit exactly at the moment of impact. When we got further review, obviously it was. Gal, congratulations. Those points put you back in the competition. I know you're looking forward to the Eliminator. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
And with her win in assault, Mary can now go back home to Chandler, Arizona and face her two sons. Job well done, Mary. Well, which contender will advance to the semifinals? We'll find out next. We are back at Universal Studios Hollywood for our final event on the American Gladiators, the Eliminator. And the ordeal for the Contenders begins right here with the treadmill. They'll have to run up and against that. Then it's across this 30-foot abyss by use of a hand bike, a tough anaerobic upper body workout, across a very narrow balance beam where they'll have to dodge these weighted blocking pads.
Then, Mike, it's a tough climb up a 20-foot cargo net, then over to a zip line and a fun ride which carries them down across the entire length of the arena floor. Then it's decision time, and big decision it is, which lane to finish in, where a contender is confronted first by 2 hurdles and then possibly by an awaiting gladiator at the door.
And in this match, Deena leads Mary by 21 points coming in, which means that Mary will have to beat Deena here by 10.5 seconds in order to advance. The women have 75 seconds to complete the Eliminator course, and again, every second left on the clock worth 2 points.
Deena in red, Mary in blue. We're about to have at it.
Ready?
And very quickly, both women up the treadmill.
Both having trouble with the hand bike. Mary falls off, suffers a 5-second penalty, which means she's going to have to win by 15.5 seconds to take this quarterfinal match.
Deena having problems with the hand bike as well, but she sticks with it. And see how unsteady that cargo net is. It looks easy, but once you get on it, it shakes, it moves. It's not very forgiving. Remember, Mary needs to win by 15.5 seconds. I don't think her lead is big enough. Especially when you consider that Deena Telley crosses the finish line scot-free.
Well, you're right, Mike. She only crosses the finish line 2 seconds ahead of Deena, which means Deena will advance.
Well, Mary, you didn't realize your ultimate dream, and that was to advance a little farther in the American Gladiators, but you did realize your dream, and that was just being on the show.
Right.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You ran into a tough customer, Deena. If anybody doubted your perseverance or patience, all they had to do was watch it with that hand bike. That thing just wasn't moving, but you stuck with it.
Well, you know, that thing kind of made me mad. It stuck, and I just wasn't going to fall off, and I don't care if I stayed up there the whole time. I was going across that bike, and I got it across. You know, I just got to hang in there for a while.
From Hardy Pioneer stock, and she's going on to the semifinals. Congratulations.
Well, Deena Telley fights through the Eliminator to advance to the semifinals. Over in our men's contest, Craig leads by 32 points coming in, so he has a 16-second advantage over Michael. The men have 60 seconds to finish this course, again with 2 points for each second left on the clock.
And to make up that deficit, Mike Altshuler might need a jet pack on his back. But it's Craig Branham with the jets. Woo! Is he up that treadmill in a hurry? Fends off the blocking pad up the cargo net.
Picking the cargo net by leaps and bounds.
This kid doesn't have an ounce of fear in his body.
You know, he throws himself into the events. Made a wise choice. Almost damages himself looking for a gladiator.
How about a lucky choice? Mike Altshuler having a great run himself. Bowls over Laser, but it's Craig Branham who's going on. And Mike Altshuler will take home a lot of great memories.
Well, it was a great competition. Michael, you knew going into the Eliminator, you had a lot of points to overcome, point deficit to overcome, but you hung in there and you competed right through the end.
Well, I gave it my best, Larry. Craig's the #1 contender. I did the best I could do out here, and I was glad to be a part of it.
Thank you for a great job competing all day.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Craig, the cowboy. You tore him up, champ. Let me tell you what, you have made some points in every facet, all 7 events. If you didn't win it flat out, you picked up a number of points. You were consistent all day long.
Well, I just had a good day, Larry. I was just lucky today, but first of all, I'd like to say my hat's off to Mike because he's a great guy. I really enjoyed competing against him. Other than that, I'm just really happy to be here.
Welcome to the semifinals. You did a great job. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for 2 great contenders?
And so our cowboy heads into the sunset a victor. So hats off to Craig Branham and Deena Telley. They're moving on. And here's a preview of some of the action you'll be seeing next week on the American Gladiators.
Next week, it's semifinal action as 4 contenders take another step toward becoming American Gladiators champion. Deena Telley, Craig Branham, Nina Kai, and Greg Montgomery. Watch as they challenge Lace, Nitro, Diamond, Thunder, and the rest of the American Gladiators.